Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm in Seagraves, Texas, which is about halfway between Odessa and Lubbock. 3,300 foot elevation, and the population is around 3,000. And let me show you the free hookups RV park that they have here. So you can see it says first 3 nights free and then $5 a day. So apparently you go to the chamber office to pay your $5 at that address, or call this number, and I call that number and it is a number out of service. So I'm going to go to the address there, 401 Main Street, and see what I find. The park has 5 RV hookup spaces. When I got here, 4 were taken. I was lucky to get the only remaining one. Each space is full hookup with 20-30 amp box there, a water faucet, and a dump station. And the railroad track just about 100 feet behind us. And I wouldn't be surprised if a train comes by a couple times right in the middle of the night. Now you can see they do not pick up their trash here. And some of these RVs look like they have been here for quite a while. And I still have the open question, how many days can you stay here? And they may not have a limit. As long as you're paying the $5 a day, you can stay. And that's one of the problems with these places not having a limit of how many days you can stay. Pretty much all of them have a 3-day limit. Some are just 1 day, some are 4 or more days. But if there is no limit, then people can just set up permanent residence here, which is fine for them, and they get a bargain rate of $5 a day. Normally, for people staying on monthly rates, it ends up being more like $10, $15, or $20 a day. So for local people needing pretty much a permanent residence, I mean, you can't beat $5 a day. It's just not possible to get a cheaper rate than that on long term. The big problem is that it makes it inaccessible, usually, for people like me, travelers, or people visiting the city to get a spot. And when I originally heard about this place, by the way, there's a dumpster, and the $5 a day thing after 3 days really had me worried that they might all be taken by local people. So I was really worried about not getting a space. Now the good news is that right across the street there's a Stripes gas station and convenience store, which has a Laredo taco stand inside. So that's a good place to pick up something for lunch, and especially for breakfast. I really like their breakfast tacos, which are only $1.29, surprisingly. And right next door to there is what used to be a Dairy Queen. I was looking forward to having lunch at Dairy Queen today, but they are out of business. The sign on the Dairy Queen building says now open, but looking inside, it's obvious that they are shut down. Well, this is the Chamber of Commerce building. It's just a little small freestanding building. There's nobody here, and it's locked. And by looking inside here, it's hard to tell if they're really open for Chamber of Commerce business or not. A lot of junk on the floors. Now right across the street is this Western Park, And I asked that guy there who's doing maintenance on it about the Chamber of Commerce, and he said it's not open regularly, just once in a while as needed. Somebody shows up at the Chamber of Commerce building. So I'm sure, I would imagine that's where you go in to pay your $5 a day. My big question is, how many days are you allowed to stay in the RV park? Well, this seems to be downtown Seagraves, just a block down from the Chamber of Commerce, and they have this pizza place and a hotel called the Hotel Texan. Right across the street is the police station, and there's other stores, but they're pretty much looks mostly abandoned. Now, if you want to stay at Mrs. Allen's boarding house and get some hot meals and hot baths, I'm afraid you're out of luck. This is what it looks like inside. In fact, this whole front window is gone. And on the same block here is the Seagraves Museum and Art Center. We've got a nice little museum here with all sorts of things from the past. Haven't seen one of those. And here they've got a hobo remedy. If you're as old as me, you might recognize some of these packages. Here's a TV from 1952. Cash registers, weights, and those old style P.O. boxes with the dials. You dial your combination. We've got some pianos and organs here in this back room. A lot of interesting things. There's a school with 3 desks. There's a doctor's office with a wooden wheelchair. You've got a ladies' hats collection and hat boxes on top. This is a 29 Ford Model A Roadster with a rumble seat, and it's a convertible. This is the upstairs, and the interesting things to see are behind glass and up against that wall where you can't get close enough to get a good look, but I can show you an overall of the museum here. Here is Pillows Dixie Dog Drive-In, and guess what? Betty Boop is a waitress here. Didn't know she was still working. Just 1 block away from the RV park is the Lowe's grocery store. Across the street from that is a donut shop, and I would really love some donuts right now, but they are out of business. Well, I think this is okay for a couple days, if you can get a spot. Good day, folks.